Hi there, my name is Polina and I'll try to guide you through our 135 focus template. We start here from the README document and definitely recommend you to do the same. So what is this framework about? It's one of the ways to organize your work when you have too many tasks and you get stuck, you have procrastination, and this can be used both for personal uses or it can be scaled and used for the team purposes as well. So why is it called 135? The global idea here is that we have three types of tasks. The first one is a global one and kind of biggest initiative, the biggest objective. So what are we trying to achieve? For example, predict early churn. This is a big task if we are talking like about business management. Or another one will be, I don't know, feel better for the summer time frame if we are talking about the like personal use cases. So it's kind of our big goal. Then we go to the level, to the key actions. What have to be done to reach the goal? There can be up to 3 key actions for one single goal because it is like 135 framework, correct? So to predict early churn, you have to find out potential alarms, collect data, and automate the process. If there is something more, that means that you have to rethink your objective and make it a bit smaller. So it's very important not to overestimate yourself, neither in a personal life nor at your work. After that, you have to decompose every key action into 5 smaller tasks. They have to be like very clear. You have to understand what has to be done, and like it will be very nice if something can be done like within 1 day. So if you understand that your task is like a longer one, like I don't know, investigate something very big, and for that you have to read 25 articles, watch the webinars, well, it doesn't sound like a task. It sounds either as a key action or even as an objective, correct? So they have to be small ones and no more than 5. If there are more than 5, then we go back and we decompose into our key actions. If that's still not enough, we decompose our objective. This is why those limits, they just, you make sure that you do not overplan anything. So to find out potential alarms, we have to cry, that's very important. Check 5 customers, like see there is like a very clear measurable effort here. Check metrics, procrastinate, read a couple of nice articles. Once everything is done, our key action is done, and then we can see whether we reached our objective or not. If we haven't, then we can like generate the next one and think about our problems we made in the past. So this is overall the global idea of this framework. There are like different kind of implementations. So here there is like an inspiration tab where you can just check out and get inspired, because this is an inspiration section, correct? So how to manage that, not in theory but in the reality. So there is a structure overview. I don't think that this is super helpful on a daily basis, but if you're like a visual person and you like to brainstorm on a map, you just don't have to go to the Miro anymore. You can use like Fiber for that, because right here you can create something new. Let's go here. So arrange a call with the champion as soon as possible. So let's say what do we have to do is that we have to, I don't know, write an email. That will be our task, correct? So, and what I want to do, I want to convert this into a task. Okay, now we have a task here. So as you see, like you can just use this whiteboard for the mapping. You can delete something once you don't need it, like maybe this is what we've done already. And this is for visual persons. As I said, don't have to repeat myself. Let's go to the next one. In fact, anyone knows how table works, because this is what we have because of the Excel, because of spreadsheets. So if you just prefer tables, there you are. You see here how it was structured. So again, we see objectives, key actions, tasks. With a right click here, you can add a new task inside, you can add new key action, you can also add new objectives. So you can have like add any layer here, and you can also like check what's the progress across everything that you decided to work on. There are like no recommendations how many objectives can you have at the same time, but maybe like 1 or 2 is okay. And by the way, you can generate like a cadence, repetitive cadence. How often do you give yourselves objectives? So do you do this on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis? More rare, well, it works mostly for team level, and it's better to use other framework like real OKR or balanced scorecard. But with this cadence, there will be a deadline for all of those objectives, and it will also help you to understand like how realistic you were last time. And do you want to prolong it? Do you still have the time, the inspiration to do this, and etc. All tasks by state. Here you can see all the tasks grouped by the key actions, and like this is something similar to Trello probably, where you can just like drag and drop and see the progress, because watching the progress is very nice and important for every living person, I think. If this is not used for the as a personal framework, but as a team level framework, it makes maybe sense to group those tasks by team or by person. This is why we have planning and tracking folder, where you can just add a board and show tasks. And in this case, it will only show tasks assigned to a particular person, for example, to Polina. If Polina has nothing assigned, then it will be empty. If you're using this for the personal purposes, feel free to delete this folder. Okay. What else do we want to talk about? So here on this page, you can add new fields. You can delete something if you don't like it. You can, for example, delete teammate relation. Key actions here. By the way, as you see, let me open the objective. Inside, there is a formula which is called key actions left 3 maximum. So this formula checks how many key actions have you planned already, and if you planned more than 3, then this one will show you that, and you'll receive notification that hey, something is wrong, someone exceeded the limit, just to remind you that you don't have to be overestimator, not sure that such word exists. And the same thing we have on the key action level. So there is like a formula which calculates how many tasks do we have left, like okay, all of them are planned. And there is also a formula state based on progress. So when your progress will be 100%, okay, when task is done, all the tasks are done, then the state will become done. Let's maybe just like move it and I'll show you how it works. So when everything is done, the progress becomes 100%, and we see it became finished. If you decide like not to have a formula but something more real, you can add a workflow state and choose states here manually. And here as well, you'll have notification that your tasks limit was exceeded if you exceed the limit. As for the tasks, they're very simple here. They just have a state, they have assignees, and you can add it up to you. So this is a great way to track your personal tasks, your work, and it can be also adapted for the team purposes. If you have any questions here, don't hesitate to reach with a human support or AI support if you don't like real humans, and AI is always better. Or just comment this video, give us your likes, and this is it. Thank you for watching.